When drawing an isometric drawing, we would start with our horizontal baseline. Then we'll pick any point on the line, and using our 30-60 degree set square, we'll draw two lines. Where here is 30 and here is 60. We'll draw two lines from here. We are going to be using the 30-degree part of the set square. And that 30-degree part we'll use it for all angles we want to get in the isometric drawing. Now that we've gotten these two lines, from here to here is 72 millimeters. Hence, we'll show the same here. From here to here, we'll measure 72 millimeters. Okay, and from here to here is 60 millimeters. So we'll measure 60 millimeters on this line. So there's a line that comes up from here, that goes up. It moves a distance of 12 millimeters, as you can see here. And this 12 millimeters is also here. This 12 millimeters, another line also moves up, that is also 12 millimeters here. So we're going to draw those lines and measure 12 millimeters. We use our 30-60 degree set square, but we use this time. This time we'll use the 90-degree part of it. And we're going to draw vertical lines from these 2 points. Then we measure the 12 millimeters. Next, we'll join these 2 points together with a line, as you can see here. Next, I can erase these extensions, these extended lines, and also here. Okay. Okay. So there's a line that moves from here to here. The length of this line is 60 millimeters. Because if from here to here, because if the length of this line is 72 and the distance from here to here is 12, then 72 minus 12 is 60. So hence the length of this line will be 60 millimeters. To draw the line, we'll use our 30-60 degree set square. Next, would measure 60 millimeters on it. Okay. There's a line that moves up here, and there's also another line that moves up here before we reach the arc. This line moves up to this point here, and then the arc forms. So this, from this point to this point, it gave it to us to be 60 millimeters. There's also another line that moves up in the same way. So let's get the 60 millimeters. And erase out the extended line. So there's a line that comes up like this. The length of this line would be 72, because the distance from here to here is 12, which is also the distance from here to here. And then there's also this length of 60 that we need to get on this side too. So 60 plus 12 would be 72. Okay. Now I'll clean out the standard line. To get this arc here, we need to draw the isometric square. As you can see, the radius of the arc is 30 millimeters. That means the diameter is 60 millimeters. So we can't draw the diameter on top of this line like this. We can't just draw the full 60 on top, because this place here is the midpoint, because this side here, this place here is the middle of the arc, is the way the full circle is the middle. That's, if you would like to draw a full circle, this is where you put the compass. So because of that, the diameter will be split between the midpoint, so it will now be 30 up, 30 down. And this same process is applicable for the arc behind, but we'll draw the arc behind first before we draw the one in front to avoid confusion. We would measure 30 millimeters upwards and mark 30 millimeters downwards. Let me mark the one downwards first. Then I'll mark 30 millimeters. Okay. So from here, from this point here, this is now the midpoint, and these two are, so this from here to here forms the diameter of the arc. That will be 60 millimeters. Then I'll draw lines inwards, or inwards this direction. Because the diameter of the arc of the circle is 60 millimeters, which means the length of each side of the isometric square would be 60 millimeters. Hence, from here to here, I would measure 60 millimeters, and I'll draw a square, an isometric square of 60 millimeters on all sides. Okay. The middle is 30 millimeters. Let me mark that. Then using my set square, I can draw a line through. As you remembered, we just need the arc here. So from this point here that looks like it has the largest angle, we'll draw a line from here to here and from here to here. And on the opposite side, we'll draw a line from here to here and from here to here. Okay. Next, using our compass. So using our compass, we'll put our compass here and we'll draw an arc from here to here. Then next, we'll use our compass to draw an arc from here to here. Okay, we're done with the arc behind. Next is the arc in front. I'm going to erase all these lines here because they're going to confuse you. The same thing we did before here is the same we're going to do for this one here. So we'll draw our diameter of 60 millimeters. 30 in front here, 30 up here, 30 down here. And then from here we'll draw our lines inwards. We want to form an isometric square. Measure 60 millimeters to get the length of each side of the square. Okay. And the midpoint of this square is also 30 millimeters. Then I'll use the set square to draw a vertical line through. So from this point here that looks like it has the largest diameter, we'll draw a line from here to here and from here to here. And on the opposite end, we'll draw a line from here to here and from here to here. Mhm. Okay. Using the compass, we'll put our pin here and draw an arc from here to here. Next, putting our pin here, we'll draw an arc from here to here. Okay. Um, I want to erase out the construction lines to reduce confusion. But in an exam setting, you'd erase the construction lines maybe a little to help you so that you can still draw the remaining drawings. Or you'd make them thin enough that it won't be able to confuse you. But for now, I would like to clean it off because it would obstruct the other part of the work and it would confuse you. So this is where the first arc ended. This is where the second one ended. I'm going to leave this point here because it is from this point I'm going to get this small nose here. Okay. Now let's make this the arc we've drawn. Let's make it more bold. So we'll put our compass where we had this before, and we'll draw the arc. Okay. Okay. Let's just make these lines thick. Okay. There is a thin line, as you can see. There's a line joining the edges of these two arcs together. First one does not go erased, but the second one does. We have to erase out the second one because you're not supposed to see it. There's a line that draws from this arc to the second one. We'll use our ruler, we'll find the line, guys, join them together. Then we'll erase out the other side. Okay. And now taking out this part of the arcs. Okay. So from this point, which is the middle, which is this point here, we have another arc. So this arc has a diameter of 30 millimeters, which is this big circle here. It has a diameter of 30 millimeters, which means the length of the isometric square we'll be drawing would be 30 millimeters. So from this point, we're going to draw 15 here, 15 here, 15 up, 15 down. Then I'll complete this square. So this is a square now. We repeat the same process. From this point that looks like it has the largest angle, we'll draw a line from here to here and from here to here. And from the opposite end, We'll draw a line from here to here and from here to here. Okay. Next we'll carry our compass. Now we'll put it here. We'll put the pin here. And we'll draw an arc from here to here. Next we'll put our compass, our pin here. And we'll draw an arc from here to the side. And put our pin compass also on this side. Draw an arc from here, from this point here to this point here. Okay. Well, because the arc is not complete, because the arc here is not complete, we don't necessarily need to complete our own. The remaining circles are these two in front. Okay. I'm going to erase it a little so that you can see that the real work will be different from the construction line. The remaining circles are these two ones in front and they are complete circles. Before we start drawing them, we need to extend this midpoint from here to this point here. The distance from here to here is 25 millimeters. So from this point here, on our drawing, we're going to draw a line in this direction. We're going to measure 25 millimeters. And that point will be the new midpoint where we'll draw these two circles. Using our set square, we'll draw a line from this midpoint. Okay. I will measure 25 millimeters on it. So this is the new midpoint where we'll draw these two circles. To draw the circle, we first of all have to get the isometric square. The diameter of this larger circle is 30 millimeters, and hence the length of each side of the square will be 30 millimeters. So if you remember what we did before, we did 15 up, 15 down, 15 left, 15 right. That's the same thing we're going to do here. Um, so we'll measure 15 millimeters up, 15 millimeters down, 15 here, and 15 here. Okay, let me erase out this lines. Okay. Then we'll repeat the same process we did for this square behind. From this point here that looks like it has the largest angle, we'll be drawing a line from here to here and from here to here. And from this point here, or the opposite end, we'll draw a line from here to here and from here to here. In isometric drawing, any circle we draw is not a perfect circle or a perfect flat circle. It's more of like an ellipse or something else. So we have to use this method to make it bend in, to make it look like it is a 3D object when it's not. So from this point, okay, we'll extend our compass here and we'll draw an arc from here to here. And then from this point here, we'll draw an arc from here to here. Next, from this point, we'll draw an arc from here to here. And then from this point, we'll draw an arc from here to here. So this is the circle now. And inside this circle, there's another circle inside, which we would have to draw another square for. To begin, I'll erase the mess inside. Okay. So this is still the midpoint, except the diameter is now smaller. So um the diameter is now smaller. Hence, so the length of the square, the isometric square will be drawing would be smaller, and the length of the square will be 20 millimeters. So from here we'll go 10 millimeters up, 10 millimeters down, 10 millimeters left, 10 millimeters right. Okay. Okay. We'll draw the square. Okay. You can see the small square inside the circle. So from this point here that looks like it has the largest angle, we'll draw a line from here to here and from here to here. And from this point here that looks like it has the largest angle, we'll draw a line from here to here and from here to here. Now we'll put our compass here and we'll draw an arc from here to here. And then also from this point, we'll draw an arc from here to here. Next, from this point, we'll draw an arc from here to here. And from this point here, or our compass, we'll draw an arc from here to here. Okay. So I'm not going to erase out the construction lines inside, but I'm going to erase the ones outside. So there is a line that joins this circle out here, this circle here, to this arc behind, both at the top and the bottom. So we're done with this part of the drawing. The rest part is to get these two slanted lines, the distance from here to here, from here to the edge of this starting point here, is 26 millimeters. We measure 26 millimeters. After the 26 millimeters, the next one is 8. We'll measure 8 millimeters. Okay. Which means the thickness of this column here, the thickness of this slanted side here is 8 millimeters. So on this point here, we'll measure 8 millimeters on it too. 4 here, 4 here. Then I will join the two lines together. Then we'll join these 2 points together. Okay. Using our set square, we're going to draw this line in here to reach this point, and then we're going to draw this line here and this line to meet at where this line be. The two of them will intersect each other. So for this first side, okay, for the other side, we'll draw a line here. And then we'll draw a line from here to meet this line. Okay. And then from this point, we'll draw a line upwards to meet the circle here. And lastly, from this arc here, a line came down and continued here. We'll do the same thing. We'll get our set square to the line where the point where the arc stopped. We'll draw a line down to meet this point here, and another line, and we are done. Before I tell you the next step to take, I want you to like, comment, and share, because as you like, comment, and share, it encourages us to do more videos on technical drawing. So right now, you should like, you should comment, and you should share. You should do those right now. Those would help us to give us the driving force to continue making more of these videos. The next thing you would do would be to thicken the work, to make it the original work bold, and to dimension, as you can see here. All these right up there, right in here. So all these things here, you'd write them here, and that you'll be done with dimensioning the work. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. See you in my next video. Thank you.